What is going on, Misfit Nation? Welcome back to episode 200 of the podcast. You heard me right, 200 of the podcast. I am at the Misfit. This is your SmackDown on USA Network review for September the 13th, 2024. We got a lot of stuff to get into. Big news dropped actually before I went into press record, as the Motor City Machine Guns have finally, we can stop going on about where the fuck they're going to land. Motor City Machine Guns signed with WWE. We got that news. We got some news on Def Rebel and what their status is. We found the new logo and everything else with the car regarding WWE SmackDown. Got a new logo, new song, and all that stuff. We're going to talk about that and much, much more. Please, I beg of you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, follow the podcast, youtube.com/@MisfitWrestlingPodcast. You can also follow these socials, Misfit Wrestling Pod on Instagram, Pile Driver Pulse on Twitter, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Audible, and Pandora for the audio outlets. Up on the channel now, episode 199, the first of many NXT reviews coming up very, very soon, as the official launch for NXT's podcast review for the show. This podcast in particular starts on October the 1st, where we have two major world title matches taking place. Ethan Page defending the NXT Championship against Trick Williams. Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's Championship against Julia, along with a street fight between Zachary Wentz and Wesley. Also, we may have a NXT Tag Team title match on that show if all goes according to plan here, and all that good stuff there. Let's go into the news that broke not even 38, like almost 40 minutes ago. As it was previously been reported that WWE had been interested in Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, multi-time world tag team champions, former TNA world champion Alex Shelley. It has been rumored for months that they would be heading to WWE. It came out earlier today that PWN. No, it is PWN, excuse me. Let me see if I can find the tweet. The original tweet here, if I can find the original tweet. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the original tweet here. Give me a second here. Let me see. I'm doing this all in real time, guys. All in real time. Here we go. So here's what PWN News on Twitter at hashtag PWN. That's the Twitter handle. Sources close to PW Nexus have informed us that the Motor City Machine Guns are NXT bound. Their debut with the company, it is reportedly as soon as NXT's CW premiere, which is on October the 1st. We're working to reach out to other sources to confirm. More details are going to come out of this as well. And then obviously it came out. I can find. I know they had it in here. Anyways, so then as soon as SmackDown went off the air, PW Insider put out the tweet, or put out a basically confirming PWN's source and report stating WWE has signed Motor City Machine Guns with several sources. WWE sources confirmed to PW Insider this evening the current plan is for Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the most celebrated team in TNA history, and each former TNA and TNA World and X Division champions as well to debut by the October 1st NXT episode on the where they will premiere, where that show will premiere on the CW network, if not before. Fightful put out a report stating earlier this week, Pro Wrestling Nexus, that's PWN, had reported that Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, and Chris Sabin were headed to WWE. Tonight, WWE sources have confirmed to Fightful that the duo are officially signed. Questions have swirled about their status for months, but details were few and far between. Outside of AEW sources indicating months ago that the duo hadn't been signed and weren't planned for the company, there were some creative pitches there, but they didn't pick. That didn't end up happening. Koi on Twitter, one of the people in the know when it comes to PWN, said Motor City Machine Guns and WWE have been in discussions for quite a while. A deal was agreed upon, and WWE allowed Motor City Machine Guns to finish out their independent bookings, which they have. Their debut is indeed imminent and expected to set up a matchup between Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium. Oh yeah, for an NXT. Motor City Machine Guns deal gives them flexibility for the rest of their wrestling careers as well as post-wrestling careers. So this is a big deal. This is joining the long list of if we're not including people who resigned like Sheamus and Nikki Cross and Natalia, those people. We're talking about people who have not signed with WWE yet. So since WrestleMania, WWE have signed Julia, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Ethan Page, right? Stephanie Vakir, Delta, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and they're on the verge of getting Penta and Phoenix. Taking Lucha Brothers out, that's 10 names that WWE have signed in the last 6 months. You add Penta and Phoenix to that, and then we have the rumors of Ricky Starks coming in, which I would not be surprised if Ricky Starks shows up on that CW debut is the guest for Miz TV. We also have Daniel Garcia, who has not re-signed with AEW, and he may not actually stay with AEW. That's number 14. There's a possibility that Malachi Black, when his contract is up, he's going to go back to WWE. That's number 15. You got Keith Lee, depending on how healthy he is. So that is WWE's on fire when it comes to the signings, and then you got the re-signings with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Nikki Cross. Oh my God, what is it? Natalia. There was somebody else Sheamus is another one. So that's a lot of signings in the last 6 months. Kudos to WWE. That article that came out. What article was it? Oh my God! If I can find that article that came out about WWE. Let's see if I can find it here. Give me a second. This article that came out in March, I believe it was. Here it is. This New York Post article that came out on March the 19th. So WWE needs to look in the mirror after AEW star-studded free agency. And they only showed Will Ospreay, Mercedes, and Okada, who I love Okada. I love Ospreay. care less about Mercedes, but what are they doing for them now? Man, WWE took that fucking personally. WWE took that shit personally, and they've signed like I mentioned 20 odd people since then. That's crazy. But excited to see Motor City Machine Guns in WWE. They are one of my all-time favorite tag teams, up there with a lot of my other favorite tag teams. But I'm very excited to see them versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier. It's gonna cook. And if that's on the Chicago show, think about this. Think about this card currently as it stands, without excluding the rumored excluding the rumored match with Axiom and Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns. You have the street fight between Wesley and Zachary Wentz, Roxanne and Julia for the NXT Women's title, Ethan Page and Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. You got CM Punk's going to be on the show. The Miz is unfortunately going to be on the show hosting Miz TV. That's probably what they could debut. I just said his name a few minutes ago. Oh my God! What the fuck? His name just I just had his name Ricky Starks. That's what it was. And then you add Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Motor City Machine Guns. This is a fucking NXT takeover level show that they're booking. That Shawn Michaels is over there booking. Chef HBK is cooking up. Good Lord. That's going to be a hell of a show. I'm excited, and I'm going to be here with you guys when it happens. Some other news coming out here about Def Rebel. So we found out earlier today that Meg Thee Stallion and BTS had a song. Sorry, I still have USA up on my thing, and I see John Cena on my screen. Excuse me. Anyways, I guess they're having a movie with him on there. Anyway, I forget the name of the song, but there's a new song that's gonna be whatever the song was. I think it's like Rev something other. Anyways, that's gonna be the new song for SmackDown, and then it will come out by PWN. Again, shout out to PWN. I said we've heard rumblings that Def Rebel will not have their contracts renewed when it ends. We're trying to reach out to figure out when that is exactly, to add more confirmation to this. This is not set as fact yet. Until further confirmation, take it as a grain of salt. This adds to the report by Corey from I don't know if it's Corey from Fightful, Corey from PWN, where WWE is looking to utilize more outside artists and more. And I believe this is also going to have implications to WWE talent as well. My thing, look, listen, as long as nothing happens to the Joshi themes and the Bloodline themes, I don't give a fuck what happens to Def Rebel. So, so yeah, there is that. There is that. So there is some stuff there. Let's get into some. I think there's some other news I have here. Oh, that's right. Actually, I do have some big news here. It's more of 2K related here. WWE 2K dropped the first image of the entrance of the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Asuka, obviously, is who's currently still out with knee injury after her knee surgery that she had. But in this video, in this entrance, it's the full entrance with the graphics and the theme song. So coming with Kairi Sane is the Kabuki Warrior stuff. So there is that. Speaking of Kairi Sane, she advanced in the WWE Speed. I think if it's fine, WWE Speed Women's Championship Tournament. She defeated Elektra Lopez. Probably gave Elektra her best match. The semifinals are set now as Io Sky will take on Naomi and Kairi Sane will take on Candice LeRae. And I'm not entirely sure if that's a first time ever matchup between the two. I can look. But I'm not entirely. It might be. I feel like that's a first time ever matchup. Let's look. Let's see. 1-on-1. Yeah, this could be a first time ever matchup there. Kairi Sane and Candice LeRae can have a first time ever matchup. 1-on-1 matchup in WWE Speed, and looks likely that the finals for the WWE Speed Women's Championship is going to be not Kairi Sane. What the fuck am I talking about? Love Kairi though. Io Sky and Candice LeRae, who have had this long great rivalry, where Io has beaten her every time. So I don't see that. I think that's going to be the running joke now, going forward, which I'm all for. Let me see if I have any other news here. Let me see if I have any other news here. So NXT, Fightful was told that performance center shows are expected to continue. What that means, every now and then they'll go back to the PC. Every now and then they'll go outside the PC. Speaking of NXT, I want to bring this up here. Excuse me before I forget. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm yawning here. I've had a great day today. Let me see if I can find. I just seen it. It was, I think it was not Russell Votes. Fucking Russell Talk that put out the tweet. Here it is. So this is all right. So this came out around, how many hours ago was this? An hour or so ago. Stating the NXT show scheduled for St. Louis, Missouri on October the 8th, which is the second week of the CW shift over, to set to feature Randy Orton, has been relocated to Chesterfield, Missouri. And it was supposed to take place in the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. That has been relocated to the factory at the district in Chesterfield. I don't know how big that building is. How big is that building? It's not that big of a building, actually. It's not that big of a building. I don't know. I don't actually know why they've decided to. That's a weird thing, but I said refunds and exchanges are available at the original points of purchase. Tickets for the NXT event at the factory will go on sale next Wednesday, September the 18th at 12 p.m. Central via Ticketmaster. That's from WWE. I don't know the specific change. Let's see if we can find a reason for it. Right now there's no reason, which is odd, but I guess they're going to change there. So there is that. We also found out that there's another thing. There was another thing. Oh, so Jesse Ventura. Let me see if we can find that. That wasn't really a report, but Jesse Ventura. I believe it came out like, let's see. So here it is. So wrestling legend believes that WWE plans for Jesse Ventura to return to commentary for major events. This is from Magnum TA's podcast with Greg Gagne. States right now, quote right now. I mean, with what they're planning, those guys to come in. I think Jesse's going to do the commentary. They're doing some NBC Saturday Night show, at least 4 of them. They're going to use Jesse for that. The rumor for that show is supposedly going to be the return of Saturday Night's main event. So we'll see what happens there. I wouldn't mind seeing Jesse Ventura do that, but we'll see what happens here. So there is that. I'm not really going to talk about the Randy Orton, Machine Gun Kelly stuff because I just don't care about that. So yeah. So there is that. We do have Stardom though. I'm going to go over that prediction show here in just a little bit. Or one of their shows that's coming up. I'm gonna go into that in a second. Just give me a second here. Which is their Grand Fight show that's on in just a couple hours. And I'll go over because they did announce the full card here. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit here. Let's get to SmackDown. SmackDown was a good show. First 30 minutes free, commercial free. Not a lot of matches. One of the matches we cut short, was the women's match between Michin and Piper Niven. But Cody Rhodes retained the WWE Championship. Actually, well, first of all, we heard from Triple H. He comes out, says it seems like it was just yesterday that he was standing in the ring for the first ever SmackDown, going one-on-one with The Rock. Says 25 years later, there's no better place to be than Seattle to start off the premiere edition of SmackDown on the USA Network with a steel cage match. Solo Sikoa challenged Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship inside the steel cage. Cody Rhodes gave Solo Sikoa the best match he's ever had of his career. This match was 10 times better than the fucking SummerSlam match. We've seen a Cody cutter off the cage. I thought he was going to go for a moonsault, but did a splash instead. But Cody Rhodes cleanly pinned Solo Sikoa to retain the WWE Championship. After the match, the Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu start beating up on Cody Rhodes. Next thing we know, Roman Reigns comes out, starts beating the shit out of all of them. We get a little tease of Roman and Jacob Fatu. No, there's that. But they didn't want any of that smoke, so they beat up the Gorillas of Destiny, that being Cody and Roman. And Roman and Cody like eye to eye to each other, and that's how that segment ended. So it comes to play later on because we find out that Nick Aldis has said that Cody, Roman, and the Bloodline have sequestered, have all been sequestered. Then reveal Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu have a challenge to a match. He's winning for more, for more contacts on. Then we got Michin beating Piper Niven. This match again was cut short, which is strange because they can now do overruns when they're able to. But each defeat to the win. Then after the match, Michin gets the shit kicked out of her. This comes obviously after Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's lost to Julia on NXT. So there's that. I'm pretty sure they brought it up on commentary. I wasn't really paying attention there. Then we go to the A-Town Down Under, taking on Kevin Owens and a mystery partner. My probably the person I think has more aura to him than Solo Sikoa, Mr. Jobber himself, Dollar Store, Simon Miller, Dollar Store, Claudio, Ricky Gibson is his name. is supposedly his partner. And then, Owens finds out that the partner he chose actually made it to the show. Stuns Ricky, justice for Ricky, before Randy Orton. Obviously, the most obvious thing came out. Randy Orton came out here. They started beating the shit out of these two here. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens get the win here. Stunner, RKO combination. Adds more fuel to that fire of eventually breaking up A-Town Down Under, but no one gives a shit at that point. Kathy Kelly is where Nick Aldis is standing by with Nick Aldis. Announces that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will taking on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in a tag team match at Bloodline at the Bad Blood. Granted, Rhodes and Reigns both agree. By the way, I should point out there was a segment. That segment with Nick Aldis had the Pluto symbol behind it. I don't think it meant anything because we saw it again behind in the same section with Jade and Bianca. So I don't know if I don't think there's anything to that there. But Cody says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm done with the bloodline." Sure you are, Cody. Nia Jax comes out, says her stuff here. Bayley comes out, challenges for a rematch. Then Tiffany Stratton comes out, says her shit. Naomi then comes out and all this stuff here. So we did find out that next week on SmackDown, it's going to be Bayley and Naomi versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. If Tiffany and Nia win, the person they pin leaves SmackDown. If Naomi and Bayley win, whoever pins, I guess it pins Nia Jax or Tiffany Stratton or whatever, they get the title match at Bad Blood. So there's that. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes continue to kill it in the ring. They have some of the best matches every week. Andrade gets the win here with the message. Obviously, now I don't know if this is the end of their series. We'll find out in just a little bit here because I think SmackDown Lowdown, I believe, is going to be happening in a little bit. So there's that. After the match, LA Knight congratulates Andrade for his win. Says that Nick Aldis has declared him as the next number one contender for the United States Championship, but his confidence is retaining. He expresses his confidence in retaining the United States Championship in their match next week. So that match is not happening on pay-per-view, unfortunately, but they're going to have that match next week, Andrade and LA Knight, which should be a lot of fun for the United States Championship. So we got Roman Reigns coming out here. He says, I'm still the tribal chief. This is still my WWE. This is my ring. Cody Rhodes comes out to the ring, says, this is your ring. This is your WWE. It was, hasn't been since WrestleMania, which I guess I got into the skin of both Cody and Roman. Solo Sikoa, so they start staring each other down. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu comes out, gets blindsided by G.O.D. does Cody and Roman. They beat the shit out of Cody, G.O.D. Roman Reigns signs the contract. Cody Rhodes signs the contract. So we have another match announced for Bad Blood, and that is how SmackDown goes off the air. I did notice that they brought up the thing, executive producers, Paul Levesque and Lee Finning. So I did notice that. So I think that's pretty cool here. Pretty cool. But yeah, that was SmackDown. For a 2-hour show on the USA Network, regardless of the women's match being cut for time, or not cut all the way, but its match was cut short, I thought the show was pretty good. For a debut episode, I thought this was a much better show than the one that was delivered in October of 2019. Because that show got hyped for everything, and it delivered a shit show, is what it did. So yeah. Again, rest in piss, Kevin Dunn. So there's that. So here's what we got now announced for Bad Blood officially. We have Rhea Ripley challenging Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Finn Balor will take on Damian Priest. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. That should be a killer match. Nia Jax will defend the Women's Championship against either Bayley or Naomi. And CM Punk will take on Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. Another match going to be at some point added to the show, being Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Sami Zayn. And possibly Uncle Howdy may wrestle on the show because they have him in the advertisement for that as well. Let me do my predictions now for Stardom. Stardom's got their show, their pay-per-view tonight. Stardom's Nambada Grand Fight show. They have some weird ass names for the show here. I do want to point out that New Blood 14 took place earlier today. Which I thought was a pretty decent show here. The main event obviously saw Rina and Ayusa Inaba defeated Cosmic Angels and stuff like that. We had a really good match here with Hina and Tomoka Inaba taking on Starlight Kid and Miyu Yamazaki. Tomoka Inaba basically challenged Starlight Kid to a singles match, which I'm all fucking for. So there's that. Micah and Rion defeated Tam Nakano and Sakura Carrera and all of that stuff here. But let's go into the match that's the show that's happening tonight. We have Xena taking on Rion. Xena, I'm going to stick with my guts here. Xena's going to get the win there. Mina Shirakawa is going to take on Saya Kamatani. I'm sticking with Saya Kamatani there. Empress Nexus Venus' Waka Tsukiyama and Hanako are going to probably defeat Hina and Rina Yonagami. We have Cosmic Angels, Soriano, Yuna Minazori, Aya Sakura, and Sakura Carrara. By the way, Soriano did just lose the Sendai Girls World Championship back to Mika Iwata. So there's that. They're going to take on Hate members Natsuko Toro, Rina Uraka, and Inaba. Azusa Inaba. By the way, she officially joined Hate last night, so awesome. She already fit the group there, so there's that. I'm gonna go with Hate to get the win here because obviously she just joined the group, so you might as well give her the win here with her group here as well. Neo Genesis' Starlight Kid and Mei Sarah will team with Kohaku. They're going to take on Koguma, Saida, and Momokogo. I'm going to go with Neo Genesis and Kohaku to get the win here. Why not? Because I love Starlight Kid. I love Mei Sarah. And I like Kohaku from the things I've seen of her. God's Eye, Shiri, Saki Kashima, and Lady C will take on Momo Watanabe, Tekla, and Kunami of Hate. I'm gonna go with God's Eye here to set up the rematch with Shiri and Kunami whenever they do set that up here. And I think Momo Watanabe is gonna get the pin. Going to take the pin. He's going to eat the pin, and that's going to grow more frustration with her with the rest of the group. And when she's going to screw over whoever is the champion at the end of the year. So a match I'm very much looking forward to: Suzu Suzuki, Tomoka Inaba. I'm going to go with Tomoka Inaba get a not shock win, but a great upset here. This is going to be a great match here, though. I know that for a fact. Eye contact. Not my Sakurai. Nope. Mayu Iwatani and Hanan is going to take on O2 lines of Neo Genesis, Azumi, and Miyu Amanzaki. Seeming like they're setting up an eventual Azumi Mayu Iwatani IWGP Championship match down the line. Who knows? Wonder Stardom Championship. Natsupoi will defend against Hazuki stated on Twitter actually about possibly if I can find the tweet. If I can find the tweet about not Tam, what the fuck is her name? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Let's see if I can find. Let me see if I can find it here. Give me a second. Hasuki put out here we go. So Hasuki says she wants to win the World Wonder Stardom Championship to keep her promise, the promise she made to Kairi Sane. Says, and I quote, "The first time I had a title match was with Kairi, and I thought it was fun. Since then, I've been thinking about that belt. When she comes back to Japan, she's friendly to me, and even though she's far away now, she's still close to me. How sweet." She told me, "Make sure you wear that white belt, and you don't have to be shy around other wrestlers." That's adorable. So I have to keep that promise. Kairi then responded with that tweet, and she said, "I am truly happy from the bottom of my heart that Hasuki has continued to aim for the white belt after her title match with me. She has come to enjoy professional wrestling. I know it's not cool, but I've lost a lot of matches in WWE. But even so, for the sake of my fans, my teammates, and myself, I will not let this loss go to waste. And I tend to turn each loss into strength, and I'll definitely watch the fight between Hasuki and Natsupoi. P.S. It's almost our birthdays." That's right. That is actually correct. So Hasuki's birthday is on the 29th. And Kairi Sane's, by the way, Hasuki will turn 27. Kairi Sane's birthday is on the 23rd. She'll be turning 35. So that is funny. That was a little adorable there. But I'm gonna pick Hasuki here to get the win. I know it's not gonna happen, but I feel like you don't make that statement and then not have her win the champion. At some point she needs to win that championship. Because if I had the book, I wish I had the Men in Black neutralizer, so I can flash Okada in the face with it and tell him to forget about the last month of the 5-star Grand Prix. None of it happened. Natsuko is still the champion, or Mike is still the champion. Tam Nakano does not exist in this timeline as a contender for any championship and whatnot. So there's that. Speaking of how I'm not the fucking Tam Nakano, she's going to be defending her championship against Micah. I know Tam Nakano is going to retain the fucking title, but it should be Micah. I'm going to go with Micah just because it's my gut feeling that Micah should win this title. She should have never lost it in the first place because, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. So they just said they want a rematch against Gorillas of Destiny. So we'll see what happens there. Tommaso Ciampa looks to be showing a little bit of his old Blackheart stuff. So that's pretty cool here. But yeah, so those are my predictions for the Stardom show. That's going on in, let's see, when is that happening? That is, I know it's happening today. Actually, in a couple hours, I guess. Let's see if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. Today is at 2 a.m. So it's in just a little bit here. So, yeah. How far have I went here? Not too far. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's basically it. SmackDown. Again, I thought this was a better season premiere and on a different network than when they went to Fox. I no longer have to watch the black screen. Unfortunately, as you saw tonight, the mute button will still happen for holy shit moments. Other than that, I don't have to deal with Fox anymore. Thank fucking God. But until then, I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Misfit Podcast. This has been episode 200. I know I didn't really make a big deal about it on the show here, but this is 200 episodes. I'm very thankful that I've been able to do 200. Maybe I know not all of it was you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent, but when I have been able to do it, I've been having a lot of fun doing my podcast. Obviously, I have more fun, talking about WWE right now than I have in AEW. Because you guys know, so you guys seen my shit on AEW on the Pile Driver Pulse. I let it into them. I also let it into their fans, like that fucking idiot on Twitter. But I'm gonna let this out right now because if I don't, I'm gonna forget about it on Sunday. That moron on social media, Heel Josh. I'm gonna put him out here. He's a fucking weirdo. All right. This dumbass had the balls to say that a serial killer in Lexington, Kentucky, is the reason why the attendance for Collision was slow. Bullshit. Come on now. A bomb threat. WWE claimed a bomb in what was it? When was it 1991 that show took place? WrestleMania 7 took place in 1991. Originally, this show was set to take place at the. Let's see, when was this show was originally supposed to take place at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, right? WWE for years claimed that the reason they moved to the sports arena was because of a bomb threat. No, you dumb fucks. It was because of poor ticket sales. A terrorist group, quote unquote, threatened the Survivor Series 2015. People still went to the show. Don't give me this bullshit excuse. Stop giving bullshit excuses to AEW. Their product is stale. That's why people are not going to the show. AEW doesn't even have great ticket prices. Like their per ticket prices is. Let's look at their ticket price, right? Before I leave here, because I want to. All right, let's go to where is it? Let's go to. All right, let's go to. Let's just go to the most current AEW Dynamite that's coming up here. Right. So their ticket prices, right, go up to. Okay, so the highest one is almost $450, right? But no one's gonna go. But if no one's going to these shows. They're gonna go back to Chicago. By the way, Arthur Ashe. The first year they did Arthur Ashe when it was Bryan and Kenny Omega, they were able to fill out 7,000 seats. If you look at the most recent one from WrestleTix, and we're going to pull up WrestleTix because they do great job, great work up there. Does WrestleTix? Let's go to the Arthur Ashe Stadium here. Let's go if we can find it here. Arthur Ashe Stadium. By the way, some news on Survivor Series I'm going to bring up in the news a little bit too. Survivor Series tickets went on sale too. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Arthur Ashe Stadium. For a stadium that holds over 20,000 people. This year's Arthur Ashe Stadium, their setup, they've only sold 4,411 tickets. That's sad. For a stadium show. That's sad. That's fucking embarrassing. It doesn't help that AEW doesn't want to do local promotion for the show either. Like when they came here to North Charleston, up until they announced that they're going to do this show, there was no advertising. When they announced that they were going to do the show, there was no advertising for this show in North Charleston. It's embarrassing. But what isn't embarrassing is Survivor Series. So they're going to be a Survivor Series War Games is going to take place in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Tickets went on sale. They've sold 15,898 tickets. The setup is 17,288 with 2,019 100 tickets. 190 tickets left. And I wonder what that, because the product is hot. That's why. Get the fuck out of here with this terrorist bullshit. Come on now. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself on that, Josh. No one gives a fuck about what your opinions are, okay? I hope to God CM Punk wins the WWE World Championship now just to piss you off. Fuck out of here with this serial killer. I'm like, come on. Are you gonna blame if they don't sell out in fucking Pennsylvania next week? Are you gonna be like, oh well, are you gonna blame the serial killer then too? Dude try to use an image of SummerSlam before the show even started, before they even let the people in the building, that they were still setting stuff up as an excuse. I'm like, what? Come on now. As a fuck you. Yeah, come on now. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, it's my little rant there. People like that. I knew there was a reason I didn't like that motherfucker. I knew there was a reason I blocked his ass for being. And then I found some other things I'm not going to mention here. You can find it on social media. He's a fucking scumbag. Anyway. Time to get on to WWE. Let's go. I'm getting out of here. I've wasted a little bit more time. I was trying not to go a little bit longer than I did here. Anyways, remember to follow the social medias. Thank you for watching my 200 episodes there. 200 episode 201 for the Stardom review. Hopefully, I might do a Stardom review tomorrow. That depends on how my mood is after the show. If Toro Okada does some bullshit booking again, then my rant is going to be saved for Pile Driver Pulse. But if not, you may see a Stardom review tomorrow. But I'll let you guys know. Until then, please enjoy yourselves. Have a great night. I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Mr. Wrestling Podcast. We're out.